Sunshines, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liza Jane, and some of you may also know me as Liza Locks. Today we are going to talk about perfect dreadlocks.
No, we're not.
Because they don't exist.
Perfect dreadlocks don't exist. I dread when people say, oh, you have the perfect dreadlocks, and my reply is,
they are perfectly imperfect.
Because I never want to give the impression that my locks are perfect.
Maybe in pictures, they appear to be perfect and you don't see all the little flyaways and the stray hairs.
Let me just show you something. You see this? I do not have perfect locks.
And nobody has perfect locks.
I think especially when you're new to having dreadlocks, it is important to realize that there is no such thing as perfect locks. And if you are striving for that,
let's go ahead and squash that.
Because it will never happen.
And you are setting yourself up for
madness, complete madness.
Especially in the beginning, your hair is going to be so frizzy. You're going to have flyaways. Of course, it depends on the method that you start with, but let me just tell you that even mature locks will always have some flyaways, depending on the weather you're in, depending on if you wear hats, how you sleep. I personally do not want to over maintain my hair. I like a beachy look. I like them a little bit messy. I love a loose root. One of the reasons I love a loose root is because it doesn't show as much of my scalp. Some people love to see the scalp, and that is great. We are all different, and we all have different ways of doing our dreadlocks. And so for me, it is just my personal preference. I believe in the beginning, I wanted them perfect. I thought, oh my gosh, there's so many little hairs that are not in the lock. Well, guess what? There's always going to be little hairs not in the lock. And so the sooner you can
embrace that,
the better off you'll be. You must be patient in the beginning because they are going to change, and they are going to loop, and they are going to wiggle, and they are going to shrink, and they are going to have bumps and lumps and everything you can imagine they are going to do. And so the more you can research and the more you can be aware of what's going to happen, and that's part of picking your method that you want to go with. And then also once you pick it, look at the different timelines. For people that have chosen the same route as you, look how they change. Have you ever looked back at mine in the beginning? They have changed a lot. And I even have to go back and recheck and see where I was in the beginning. When I first put in my extensions, they shrunk up to about here. I wasn't expecting that. As much research as I did, I didn't know that my extensions would shrink.
They do. They do.
I just keep adding more.
Don't overthink your locks. Don't overthink the process. The more you let go, the more you realize that they are going to do their thing. These are little knots on your head. They will do their magic. Of course you can help them. Of course you can palm roll and you can separate. You can get out your crochet needle. You can add extensions. You can work with it. And I'm here to say they will always
be worked
depending on what look you are going for. So just be aware of that. They change, they move. No matter what method you use, they will do some moving and grooving, and that's what you want. That is a maturity. The frizz, loose hairs, that is all part of it. Now, of course, you can drive yourself nuts. You can get out that hook and bring in every little tiny hair. But I want you to know that you may be fighting an
endless battle
because you will always have them. It's what happened. Remember that we see more than our neighbor sees. We see more than somebody sees looking at our picture. We see more than our husband sees, our spouse sees. We see more. We see the little imperfections.
Let go. Let go of that.
So when somebody asks me how much maintenance I do on my hair, I try not to overdo it. I try not to think too much about it. It's not something that I stress about anymore because I know that they are doing their thing. They will eventually lock up on their own as they grow. My biggest advice is to enjoy the process. Enjoy them being a little bit crazy. Enjoy the little loops. Give them a name.
Give them a break.
Remember, everyone's hair is different. Everyone's process is going to be different. All the ways we started our hair. Who did we have do our hair? Did we go to a loctician? Did we do them on our own? Did our best friend do them? Did we do it watching a video? All these will come to play also. So be aware that everyone's journey is their own, and to not compare your locks to somebody else's. Even if you follow everything that they did to a T, your journey will be different because it's your head, it's your hair, and we are all so unique. So is this process for everyone.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't overthink. Don't expect perfection. Embrace the fuzz and enjoy having imperfectly perfect locks.
Can we just look at this? And even though there is no such thing as the perfect locks, I do have advice for beginners. So make sure to check out my video before you begin your dreadlocks, and also my favorite things. I think this is valuable information. These I hope will help you as you go through your journey to have the best success as you possibly can and give you the best shot at having
The perfect locks.
Again, it is just my advice. I want you to arm yourself with as much information so that you can go forward and decide what is best for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't want to miss any future uploads, hit the bell so you are one of the first to know about a new upload of mine. Be on the lookout because I come out with a new video every Monday and Thursday.
If you have more advice about perfection and locks, please drop that down below. I would love to hear what you have to say to others about it.
Also, say hi to me on Instagram. Thanks, sunshines. Have a good day.
Some people say they like my thin locks, and that is not what I anticipated was having tiny locks. I did not visualize that in the slightest that I would have skinny locks. But guess what? That's what my hair did. Because I knew I had to do 1 inch by 1 inch sections if I wanted the results that I wanted. And guess what? Fine thin hair created some tiny locks.
Look at my locks. They are tiny, tiny, tiny.
Did I do this a lot?
I should have never done pigtail. Honey, can you go away from the door? It's hard to think. I'll be out in a minute.